Good morning, everybody. Oh, we're right on time. What do you know? Yeah, I have no idea what the Twitch drops or Discord drops are or whatever. Literally no idea. They just show up. Also, I forgot to update the scoreboard. Oops. Once again, the professionalism on the stream reaches a new low. Hello, Hans. All right. They are indubitably drafting. That set the high standards? Ah, yes. I don't know. Am I an amateur or a professional? I mean, this is my job. Most AoE 2 players? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So what, your flag, your personal emblem is high up? Well, they haven't even started the draft. A standard? What? I have a corgi staring at me. What is one supposed to do with a corgi staring at them? For oatmeal? Mm-hmm. Look at this dog. Do you have something to say? Am I not eating fast enough? What am I supposed to do, guys? Only 16 sources? What do you mean? Well, hold on, little dog. Hmm. I mean, standard obviously has a lot of definition, but like standard is also like your insignia on a battle flag or something like that. Like Joan was the standard bearer in the French army, right, with the fleur de lis on it. There we go. Liereyy with random picking Pacific Islands. Oh my god. Oh my god. Standard bearer. Harry's the flag. Yeah, she's just the standard bearer, you know, nothing too fancy. All right, looks like Nomad is going to be game number 1. An iceberg? What? Why do I never have any idea what the heck you people are talking about? I just live my life in such confusion. Lettuce? I mean, iceberg is a type of lettuce. It's a really lousy type of lettuce, in my opinion. Like, in the greens tier list, iceberg lettuce is like a full-blown D tier. Romaine is like a C tier. And then like spinach and arugula are S tier. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that works. Leafy green opinion. I like it. It's grass, but softer. It's better than the 3 most evil vegetables of all, which are tomatoes, cucumbers, and celery. I refuse to have anything to do with them. I will refuse to eat all of them. Except, like, tomato sauce. Pureed tomatoes, totally fine. Tomatoes just as tomatoes, icky icky. Alright, so the draft has begun. Actually, that's funny. I mean, spinach is still very good for you, though. In the other respective vegetable category. Like cucumber? Nope. Do you know how annoying it is to get sushi that doesn't have cucumber in it? It's so freaking hard! Or gimbap. It also has a lot of cucumber in it. Alright, I'm gonna get some coffee, guys. Cucumber, it's icky! It's just straight up icky. I return. Tomato sauce is not tomatoes. Tomato sauce is, of course, tomatoes. I don't know why. I just don't like tomatoes, but I like tomato sauce. Oh, carrots are absolutely goated. Am I less than 5? Yes. Do I know where milk comes from? Milk comes from happy cows. Exactly. Hello, little dog. I actually don't like ketchup, though, funnily enough. So, like, on the one hand of the tomato-based products of tomatoes themselves I don't like, and then on the other hand, the highly diluted sugary kind of ketchup I also don't like. But, like, tomato sauce and stuff, like, you know, a pasta sauce or on pizza, A-okay with me. Do I like salsa? I like salsa that doesn't have... I don't like pico de gallo, but I like salsa. Like, I have my green salsa all the time. Like, as long as it's pureed and not too tomatoey and it's more peppery. Yeah. I have no idea. I am not the master of tomato knowledge. I mean, that makes sense. Have these guys finished their freaking draft yet? Here we are. Any interesting civs? Again, Way, but that is the last pick. Aguirre's again. Why is it so hard to start a game of AoE 2? Liereyy on Nomad? Why Dravidians for Nomad, especially? Yeah, they're admin banned. I mean, they're getting picked or banned every single series if they're not admin banned. Same with Malay. And maybe not with Koreans or Persians. They're more on the bubble. All right, there's a lobby from Liereyy. And for Nomad in particular, I mean, it's kind of hard to predict civs here because, like, they're all good on all the maps, basically. Yeah, Burgundians, maybe... Is there Aquarina? We see them there sometimes. Yes, there is. I mean, like... If you were just picking out of these civs for Nomad and no other map being considered, I'd probably go... maybe... Japanese or Georgians for Liereyy. And if I'm Mihai, I'm going Portuguese or Bengalis. But we'll have to see how they want to approach the overall, pool of civs, because, like, Japanese, Italians, Bengalis, Portuguese, Vikings are good on, like, literally all of the maps. So it's like, where do you think that they are at their best, relatively speaking? Also, in other news, I did get my recording done yesterday of my History of the Civs Part 2. So I need to record the background footage, but that shouldn't be too hard. I need to stitch it all together. So maybe I can get it done today. And if not getting it done today, I can get it done tomorrow. Oh, I'm so wise. Such a wise caster. All right, 30 seconds. Who's the favorite? Liereyy. Liereyy. All right, let me get the scoreboard set up. I can type Romania, which I cannot. Alrighty, guys, here we are, our next round of 16 series. Been having several good ones so far. We'll have the yellow Portuguese here for Mihai to the east of the map, and to the southeast in the green. As the Georgians, it will be Liereyy. So 2 civs that I expected here. Georgians, they have a very nice early start, of course, with the free mule cart. It can help you scout around a little bit, even if you don't need it to, like, chop trees immediately. Since you build your TC next to the wood line anyway, it's still really nice to be able to run around and scout with the mule cart. And then on top of that, Monospa are very good. Yeah. Yeah. Look at all these storks, man. Storking around. Shut up, dolphins. You win 2 games in a row, and you're 4-7 or whatever, and you think you're hot stuff. SMH. Anyway, that house will be in time. And in Portuguese, of course, just top-tier nomad, so I don't really think there needs to be much explanation there. Great on water. Great monks. Great castle drop. Good stuff. And I do think Portuguese are slightly better than Georgians overall. I would say this is an A-tier nomad civ versus an S-tier nomad civ. Just saying. But notably, because yellow is in the corner, stone is going to be a bit hard to come by. His only stone is quite far forward. And Lierey's even scouting that. And he might even have an idea of where his opponent is. And he'll even see the boar going through the fog of war right there. So Lierey's going to already know where his opponent is. And he is docked right there. Whoa, hold on. Look at Lierey scouting. What the heck? Oh, wait, that's Gaia scouting. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Mule cart taking some arrow fire. Okay, yeah, that scouting is a bit more sensical. But yeah, Mihai, for his part, doesn't really seem to have a great idea of where his opponent is. First fishing ship out for each player. Dr. Liereyy and his burb scouts. Exactly. Hello, Kazi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here's got another fishing ship on the way. Mihai's dock is to the far north of the map, so they're basically one edge of the map apart. NS. I try not to swear on stream. I don't swear that much in my own personal life either, although I do it reasonably often. We keep the stream PG-13 here. Well, in terms of what I'm saying, chat is absolutely R-rated. But that's okay. Oh, it's a macaw! Doing its macaw things. Wouldn't that be an insane team bonus, though? You get the birds as your, like, you can share the line of sight of birds. Now that would be a bonus. What is R-rated? I actually don't know. Oh, restricted. That's what it is. Yeah, R is restricted. A wholesome vegetable discussion space. Alright, 4 fishing ships out. 4 fishing ships out. Nothing really too crazy to report on thus far. Let's see what Mihai can do here. Because we've had Yo fall to Andy. But Hera and Viper still were able to clean up their series without too much issue. Kato as well. A Dave stream? Maybe. Mongol Hawk Scout? I don't think Mongols need any more early scouting bonuses. Yeah, look at all those storks and macaws go. And okay, so Lierey's clicking up fairly quickly. This is not going to be for a fast castle. This is going to be some flavor of feudal aggression. Probably could bring the mule cart back home at this point, though, wherever it is. There it is. Those gold miners. But yeah, Liereyy, meanwhile, is going to have a lot more space to expand to comfortably, especially because of, like, this big forest here. It really isn't, like, a clean area for our yellow player. I cannot say the S word, YPip. Is there a UU? The Romfaya warrior? Rattan archers. Is there any other than rattan archers? Oh, 6 fishing ships for each. We got another dock coming in. Oh yeah, Rathos, yep. Yep. Oh, Liereyy clearly with a more aggressive disposition here. Res collected are still basically even. If you have Gaia, that would get very confusing. But yeah, meanwhile, Mihai looks like he probably wants to do something in the family of an FC into, well, not organ guns, because he's walling out the stone. Yeah, no organs, at least not that I can see. Kind of need stone for that. Rip the boar. Yeah, this is a pretty slow uptime for sure. Hulks are on the way. There is another dock even up for Liereyy, and he's still training fishing ships. Gotta be careful. Into Manaspa, it definitely isn't the happiest matchup in the world. I mean, Mihai still doesn't even have that much food income. Yeah, those docks are very inaccurate. Heart like to play organs? I don't know. But Heart isn't in this game. Oh, last second there. Oh, Lierey's kind of screwed that one up. Oh, come on. Come on, fishing ship, you have so much to live for. Rip. Like another one died. Also, I mean, now Liereyy himself is on 10 fishing ships. I mean, this feels pretty darn good. He's going to be slower to Castle Age, because he's not going for a pure fast castle, but not by much. Yeah, Hulks are very good against fishing ships, unlike fire ships. Yeah, I'm already super not sold on this here for Mihai. There's a blacksmith coming in for Liereyy. If he gets his market down soon, he can just sell the stone and probably get a very competitive Castle Age time. 100 stone was sold. And he is on his way up to Lodge des Chateaux. Ugh. One sec, guys. You're gonna be a clown game, Cassis. How do you feel about that, huh? Has the water meta improved? It's a side grade. T90 messaged me last night and said, "Hey, Ornlu, how's the water meta? Is it like any good?" And I'm like, well, it's like okay. It's not really much worse. Curse them out. Oh no, I'm sorry, Youngjun. Was this in Korea? At least you're getting job interviews. Medium warships is going to come in. But still, like, again, this is the issue, right? The counter to Hulks are galleys, but you can't use galleys in low numbers. That said, you do get the Portuguese HP bonus. It's quite significant, of course. Do I charge T90? Yes, I charge T90. I mean, he will be pushing his way back out onto the water, but again, Liereyy already has such a monumental lead. I mean, you're kind of catching up right now, but Lierey's even immediately getting iron casting. In a situation where they can be balanced? I guess so. I still don't really know how you fix the issue where on maps like this, there is no good answer to Hulks. T90's pretty basic, just a nice USB-C. That's all he needs. Yeah. I mean, you're getting some value as Mihai. I mean, Mihai does nominally have a good KD, but is it enough to overcome a 2,000 resources deficit, especially since Liereyy already has Bowsaw? Mihai doesn't even have double bit axe. Casting ions? Exactly. They cast their ion lasers. Pass the character test? There you go. It's all a test. I mean, you do get an extra 18 HP, which is quite nice. A bad meta? I tend to agree. Monastery, I guess Fortified Church coming in here for Liereyy, going to help bolster his economy even further. You now have Iron Casting also coming in for yellow, but I don't see this, honestly, for Mihai. It just feels like the fast castle shenanigans don't really work out, especially when you're already on the back foot. And again, look at this eco difference for Liereyy. Like, this is not a small chasm. Liereyy even getting fishing lines. I mean, he is really able to round out these upgrades early on. Also, inefficient woodline here. Lierey's woodlines are very efficient. He's adding in a second TC. I mean, there really is no mistake or downside to what Liereyy has done so far. I mean, I guess Mihai wins this one. Called a metamorphosis? No, it's called a Kafka-esque meta at that point. Alright, third TC even coming in here from Liereyy. And again, he is just cruising in this game. Hey, Tulip. Couple more fishing ships going down. Mihai nominally is competitive in terms of villagers, but again, it's the eco upgrade advantage that's been so persistent for so long here for Liereyy, on top of the TC advantage he's going to have, so that's going to be even better going forward. Of course, his starting point is so superior, having way more res collected in the first place. Even though Mihai is technically a little bit ahead in resources destroyed, it really, I don't think, matters all that much. You're already picking up relics as Liereyy, and again, like, Liereyy is just having the most comfy, cozy game possible. He's already fully walled over here, so he's not getting castle dropped anytime soon. It got gross, oh no. Wait. Yeah, so Liereyy does even see all the stone being mined, so he has ample time to prepare for a potential castle drop. Even be annoying there with the monk. Insta. Wait, how did the Vil even die? No idea. Ornlu at all sounds like those predatory journal article. I'm afraid the recent journal article in the American Psychiatric Association by Ornlu et al. Was not well received. Mostly because I will forever hate APA-style formatting. Chicago style all the way, baby. Alright, castle's gonna come in. But there is a mangonel out already, so this could be getting really awkward for Mihai real fast. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Oh no! Sire, the peasants are revolting! I mean, Lierey's lost all of his fishing ships, which is pretty crazy, all things considered, but still 3,000 resources behind is Mihai. Not the chickens! Oh, this hurts, man. Oh, it really does. I know it, Liereyy knows it, Mihai knows it, you guys know it. And I can just use the converted vills here. I guess the mangonel does go down. IEEE? I don't even know that formatting style. Yeah, now Liereyy is 30 villagers ahead. I mean, congrats. The castle's up. It kind of took a lot of dead vills to do it, which don't even appear in the villagers lost. Guess now you're getting fishing lines, but... oh boy. Lierey's also getting his farming eco, more fortified churches. 7. I mean, the castle isn't even in that good of an aggressive position. You already have mangonels out to help deal with organ guns. It's not like Mihai has a bunch of monk upgrades to shoo them away. Oof. This just hurts, guys. Even Lierey's getting redemption first, man. Liereyy! This is one of those games that's been over for a very long time. You say Turs? What does Turs have to do with anything? Sanctity and Fervor. I mean, Mihai is absolutely not going anywhere at the moment. I mean, sure, he might get a faster Imperial Age, maybe. Gonna try and transport around as well, I guess. But I mean, he's already 7,000 resources behind. That's so wild. Lierey's picking up a 3rd relic. Yeah, Imp is in faster. Actually, no, Liereyy is spending a bunch of resources right now, so he's not clicking up to Imp as fast as he could. Although this Georgian eco is going to be super, super strong. I mean, it's 39 vills to 101. Yes, you have almost 20 fishing ships, but that just is not enough, especially as the fish are going to be getting slim pickings at this point. IEEE is the default format? Yeah, I have never heard of it. But considering there's a bunch of international articles that are also posted and published, and journal articles and books, in Chicago style. It's definitely not just an American thing. I know Oxford and Cambridge also use it, or at least their history / international affairs articles and books. Oh, okay. The one paper I wrote used it. Ah, okay, that makes sense. One of those random STEM pieces of garbaggio. One paper you wrote is like so wild. Like, I'd write a dozen papers a semester. The Hulk on Hulk action, you know it. A derivative drivel. Yes. CSE major? Oh, yeah. Oh, you got published? You got published, the IO? That's pretty darn impressive. Impressive. Well, the Trebbery has begun. Liereyy is just going to be going for a bunch of light calves, and he'll probably be totally fine. Was online? Ah, yeah. It was 12 papers? No, I didn't. I could publish them with my own publishing platform if you want. I could try and dig them up. They're all pretty bad, though. To YouTube without context? Exactly. Anyway, Monospa are over here. Sure, why not? I mean, this game is just not competitive and has not ever been. You got Thalassocracy coming in, guys. It's Thalassocracy. Publish in a journal to graduate? Oh, that's pretty cool. You need better glasses? I have contacts, but yes, my eyesight is awful. My dad's been published a bunch of times. But then I always ask him, like, whoever reads any of this stuff? He's actually at a conference right now in Atlanta. Couldn't tell you what he was presenting on, though. He probably told me at some point. Even when citing? Yeah. Guys, is the game over yet? Because it feels exceptionally over. The no contacts casting? You want to see Ornlu cast blind? There we go. Well, that was one-sided. 10% more efficient in eco, but Liereyy basically got ahead. Like, irrevocably far ahead, even. At around the 10 to 12 minute time frame, and then the rest of the game was just a formality. Published? I mean, when I think of somebody, like, getting published, I think of, like, a, you know, peer-reviewed, like, physical journal. Like, that is what I think of. Alright, that's Nomad. That is Portuguese losing to Georgians. And Aquarina will be next. Be a co-author? Oh, yes. like, I was published in, my local, university, like, little journal thing. Journals can be online. But call me old school. I prefer my journals or books where people are writing distinct book chapters, which was, in my mind, really just a collection of journals. Scientific bibliography, yeah. This stream has become an academia complaint zone, and I am here for it. I think we're trying here to get the most nerdy possible Twitch chat. You cited yourself? Congrats, you played yourself! Alright guys, you're here on Aquarina. We'll have Mihai in the yellow as the Italians. To the southwest, and to the northeast in the rouge. As the Chinese, it will be Liereyy. Dominant game number 1 performance. Wait, did he delete that, or what is going? I guess he already did delete it, huh? To attract nerdy people? Yeah, they sure do. Guys, well, I mean, I think in general, video games always attracts more STEM major types. AoE is probably like the least STEM-dominated strategy game. It just feels like it's the, computer games, people who spend a lot of time on computers. People who spend a lot of time with computers tend to be in the sciences and tech field. It's STEAM. What's the A again? Architecture, I think. Art. Art? What? Wait, art doesn't make sense. No way. Well, they say STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which I knew. A stands for arts? But, like, what? I believe arts can serve as an on-ramp to STEM for underrepresented students. Motivation probably STEM success. Design, communication, creative planning. Near STEM? I mean, it's really kind of weird. It's just bizarre because I do think that having a well-rounded educational basis is a good idea. because the different disciplines force you to think in different ways. But it's kind of weird to lump like literally everything together. Get arts, you just don't. Well, that's a cultural problem. For jobs, I mean, people say that the STEM majors have the easier time finding jobs, but it feels like nobody has an easy time finding a job these days. But with old airplanes? Oh, that's pretty cool. At least you get to be out there. Doing something with your hands. In run-of-the-mill STEM? Yep, exactly. But it's funny because, like, those are the people who feel like the tech people were, like, the biggest proponents of AI and wanting AI in, you know, more AI and stuff. And it was, like, us liberal arts people, even though I don't consider what I do to be liberal arts at all. We were like, AI is messed up, man. Okay, rid of a Paulsarino here. Conservative arts, probably. What? Start farming cabbages? Yeah. Economic prospects? I mean, my job is not one that is easily replaced by AI. I mean, I'm sure a sufficiently advanced AI could probably replace it, but that would probably also make a lot of people unhappy. Okay, I no explanation. Maybe I can find something here. Trad wifery and husbandry. Chinese have turtle ships. Here, I'm gonna see if I can find it, guys. Oh, there was an unfair amount of oysters. Oh, okay. That's kind of weird. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure all of you guys that are STEM majors will have a better understanding than I do of what exactly AI can and cannot replace. And of course, it's the question of, is AI replacing stuff because it is better, or is AI going to like just be sort of shoehorned in without a ton of logic behind it? Wasn't I have no. I try not to follow anything that Elon does. But yeah, I think COVID showed, you know, just how many inefficient jobs there were out there. But instead of like asking ourselves as a society, okay, how do we make sure that as many people as possible have access to a quality and fulfilling life? They're just like, well, let's just put AI there instead. Turn out while I make tea. Yeah, I mean, like, it's true. AI is absolutely happening. You're not going to be able to sort of turn the ship around, so to say. That's just not really how humanity works. But I think the bigger issue is how do we as a society collectively deal with it? Which is absolutely the field of policy and philosophy to some degree. Which at least that itself AI can't replace yet. Student papers, absolutely. Count oysters? 4? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, to be fair, Liereyy does have two more oysters. Oh my god. Catastrophic happens? Yeah, probably. Current consumer economy? Yeah, but, like, universal basic income is still very unpopular. Even if it has shown limited success. Like, it's still a really unpopular policy to get through, I think, anywhere in, like, a larger scale. And I think there's also, like, the matter of, like, people need to find something to do to have some sort of self-actualization, right? Anyway, we'll see if the re happens. You'd think that if it would be very easy to diagnose. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Well, looks like there isn't a re yet. I think the bigger problem is underemployment. I totally agree. As somebody who is underemployed right now, I couldn't agree more. Then the people, I also tend to agree. It's like... Find a way to be self-employed? You mean, like, literally what I have been doing for years now? But as it turns out, I was never very good at actually doing the whole streaming thing and, you know, becoming a big streamer. So I'm afraid I have to look for more traditional forms of employment. A recession indicator? Yeah, absolutely. What? Why am I getting barked at? Oh my goodness. What did I do to deserve such a fate? Job at Quickie Mart, yeah. What is it, little dog? Now I have to get his toy. Are we fimping it, guys? Ready? Set, go! And take the blame? Yeah, that's my life. Are you settling down? I don't think you are. Hey, get set, go! With custom AoE 2 videos. Oh, man. Where is Stick? We'll go get Stick. Oh, hey, Lierey's making galleys. Where is Stick? What? Yeah, I had to get the stick. That's exactly what I had to do. Ready? Go. My 28-point peace plan? Oh, no. Alright, medium warship's now coming in here for Mihai. He's definitely later, though. Ready? Go. Until start loafing again? Yeah. Wait, Lierey's also faster? Okay, this is just a bad build from Mihai, to be honest. You can't just be slower than Chinese at everything. That does not feel like a winning formula. Yeah, I mean, after all this, you cannot be slower to imp. Are we lying down now? Loaf that is barking. Nope, not lying down yet. Ready? Ah, go! The Reynald de Chatillon's Islands document. Oh no. It's actually not as popular. Larry's the first one I've seen do it in a hot second. Throw the corgi. He's heavy, man. He's like 15 kilograms. Well, this really hasn't seemed like much of a game. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of people went for it in the earlier rounds and had some success with it, although not universal. All right, now we're gonna try and sit down. Hope that the corgi doesn't immediately start barking at us. Well, I guess we get this. Except I need to use my right hand for this, which means I need to operate the mouse with my left hand, so yeah. By the way, this still doesn't really feel like much of a game. What a game of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, the Three Kingdoms expansion. Melee armor, it helps. If he had more oysters in his base, for sure. Alright, that's Chinese over Italians. Aquarina, so we have probably Seychelles next. Indeed. And now we lie down. Streaming other games? Anytime I've ever attempted to do content for something that is not exactly Age of Empires 2, it has not gone very well at all. Not that I have a ton of interest in doing non-AoE 2 content. Also, someone donated. I don't even have my headset on right now. I can't read the tiny thing in OBS. Oh, Tripath with the $50. Thank you so much. Very generous. Thank you, thank you. Dash. Dash. Do you want me to throw stick? Oh my. What is one to do? Alright, guys, game number 3. We'll have Mihai in the yellow as Dawe to the west of the map, and to the east in the rouge as the Magyars. It will be Liereyy. Matchup. You have 2 civs who aren't really water civs at all. It's almost like it's, you know, Arabia-style civs. Cav archers. I mean, Magyars do have the Hulk Rush advantage, but this still isn't really that much of a Hulk map. Like a Hulk Rush map, at least. Who will we blame? We'll blame Hugo Chavez for the weapons of mass destruction, even though he's been dead for, what, a decade? But it's still enough of a buzzword in America to make people unhappy. Castro? Yeah, it's Castro for sure. The undead weapon. I mean, that sounds pretty scary. Regime change? Yes. Zombie nukes? No! Oh, guys, that's the new Call of Duty campaign right there. That absolutely sounds like a Call of Duty campaign. Indeed. Oh, wow. Yeah, this was an old clip of Dash. I look so young. So bright-eyed and full of life. So full of hope and joy. What can get you banned on Twitch? Yeah. Hello, Grizz Brit. So yeah, Viper also went for Wei on this map. I don't really get it. I mean, Viper did win that game, and it was, you know, very impressive, but I still don't really get it. Like, Viper won that game by playing extremely well, and, Sato making some big mistakes. I mean, Magyars at least also have a good late-game Navy, I guess. Well, they don't have... Actually, no. Their Navy got nerfed big time. They used to have everything except Heavy Demo Ship and Elite Cannon Galleon, but they didn't get either of the Fire Ship upgrades, nor did they get Carvel Hull. Well, I mean, having those Lochwans left over was quite helpful. And in a way, at least you get a discount to them, so that is at least something of a naval bonus, although you don't have Shipwright, so not, you know, as good. Jordan, no. I mean, this would be kind of weird if somebody resigned 2 games in a row immediately. I mean, if you think Lochwans are OP, then wouldn't you still want to go with the other 2 Three Kingdoms civs, which are both better on the water overall? Like, Wei have the weakest navy still of the Three Kingdoms civs. Back at it? Well, there's only like 4 people in the YouTube chat, so I believe in you. Attack? No. They have Tunxian and Mingguang armor, so your military units produce food, and your cavalry get extra melee armor. Both Shu and Wei have a unique tech that benefits their Lochwans. The Shu unique tech gives them more arrows on their arrow attack, and the Wu one gives them more trebuchet rocks on their trebuchet attack. Is it Chinqian's the worst UT in the game? I mean, is it worse than Atheism? No. Is it worse than Nomads? No. But it's still fairly minor. It did get buffed, though, I think. Like, it's still worth picking up. More food is good. More gooder. If you're owing 5 relics? I mean, it's great, but that still makes a bad situation less bad instead of making it, like, good. Yeah, it's still a very minor boost. If ships also produce food, but they do not. Oh no, the corgi has given up, guys. I heard a big corgi sigh. Ooh, their early fishing lines upgrade. 6 to 7 fishing ships, and... Wait a minute, that's already a dock way over here to the north of the map. The mandate of Korg. I mean, it's not... Nomads isn't useless, but it's still not going to be the most useful upgrade most of the time. Random spearman on crocodile action. Got a blacksmith coming in, and this is just... It's so weird, because this feels like it's, again, a game of Arabia, but with 6 to 8 fishing ships, although Liereyy getting those extras is quite nice. Well, Scouts and Spearmen sailing around. Still nothing been killed so far. Lierey's slightly ahead in res collected, though, as Magyars, which is pretty wild, and part of that's having 3 extra fishing ships. Like, this is the thing with Dawe. Like, on a hybrid map like this, you don't even have a mill right now, because why would you? You're fishing. Oh, thank you, Raffwinkle Arthrathi. I tried. Thank you for the 20 Canadian dollars. I appreciate it. Oh, he left me too. Oh, wow. Hitting rock bottom, guys. Rip Areno. Well, it looks like Mihai lost a vill somewhere along the way. Even some stone walls on the sides, but again, how much does this really matter? Remember, you start with the transport ship on this map, so your opponent always has the ability to sail around. Imagine Neptune saying that? Oh, jeez. Context is extremely important in human understanding and language. Because there are so many different meanings that people can express, but we only have a limited vocabulary with which to do so. I mean, a couple scouts go down there. Mihai is overall ahead in the villagers. Ah, the Hulks were getting some value. That's why I was wondering where that was coming in. Alright, so that's better for Mihai. But yeah, it's interesting that our yellow player is, instead of docking, like, over here, he's just, like, taking from all of these outer islands. Anyway, I think the villager still beats the crocodile, right? Although you do get less HP overall. Yeah, you end with 17 HP instead of 22, so you take 5 more damage overall. Yeah, there is a dock there to the north. Liereyy is on his way up to Castle Age, and Mihai's at least now getting those extra eco upgrades. And he's got forging too. Still nothing terribly wild thus far. That villager is just going to be going back home. There's a Hulk already out here in the middle pond lake area for Liereyy. He's adding in more fishing ships. Like trade cogs, a little bit. I think in Feudal Age, they're hard to differentiate from galleys. Especially like a blob of them. It's a bit easier at the later stages of the game, though. But I think it's just going to be a matter of us getting used to them. Oh, Liereyy not paying attention. Liereyy. No. Nevertheless, Liereyy is still going to be up to Castle Age in just a moment. No farms needed for him yet whatsoever. He does have an archery range, although he has not made any archery units, so it's just going to be most likely a straight cav archer switch. The Vills? I don't think the Komodos kill the Vills, do they? Alright, Castle Age is coming in. Fishing ships? Yeah, Hulks are really good. Oh, the transport ship actually goes down. That's a little bit of the S word, guys. And I'm not one to throw around the S word. Well, Mihai's only gotten his, like, villager lead relatively recently. Okay, archery range now coming in. Medium warships is not quite in yet, though, for Liereyy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Hulk will still kill the even soon-to-be War Hulk with this much of an HP difference. Actually, no. I mean, especially with free iron casting, yeah. Like 4 HP. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Even the crocodile has like 17 HP left. Oh, Scout's actually in a very nice spot here from Mihai. Okay, that's a bit of a derpy villager right there, but the TC is still on its way. Oh, no, Mihai. Those fishing ships are having a real bad day. That is exactly what Lierey's looking for. Now he is immediately caught back up in the villager count. And again, if you're able to keep pace with the way eco as the Magyars, you are feeling good about life, although the scouts are back over here. Looks like maybe one Bill will die. Both players doing some damage to the other. And now Mihai in Lodge de Chateau. Looks like maybe a TC right over here. Kind of a weird position. I mean, it secures the box turtles, but you don't really have good farming space. Third range coming in for the Xianbei Raiders, but that's still really difficult to produce, like in way too many bills on gold, right? Because Xianbei are so wood expensive with 60... Is it 60 wood cost? 65 wood cost? Something like that. Yeah, 60 wood, 25 gold, that was it. They basically cost the same resources as an infantry unique unit. Anyway, Bowsol on the way. Mihai will still be overall with better eco upgrades. He has started his farming infrastructure. Liereyy, meanwhile, no villagers on the farms as of yet. He is going to be adding in a third town center, though, and he's doing a very nice job here on the water and can add in some more fishing ships. That will be his mission, should he choose to accept it. Anyway, now you have 27 bills on wood and only 4 on gold, so... Looks like Mihai got the memo. and now has a better eco balance for the production of those Xianbei Raiders. Okay, why is... Well, I guess that TC is going to come in. You got a second range now on the way here for Liereyy. That Magyar production speed bonus is very helpful. And more Xianbei coming in. There is a university on the way, but that could get denied as those villagers are going to have to flee. So Mihai trying to push himself back out onto the map. Ooh. Well, the Xianbei are starting to get some value over here for Mihai. Again, the numbers are all still very good for Liereyy, especially because he's got so many fishing ships and Mihai has none. And the university is also denied. And monks are going to force away those Xianbei Raiders for now, but now Liereyy also with a lot of idle villagers, and this is not ideal for him. Remember that the map has, I think, 6 relics. You have 1 on your starting island each, and then I think there are 4 in each of the corners on the outer islands. One of the distinctions in the previous game was that, or the previous game we saw on this map, was that Sato was able to get a bunch of relics, but it didn't really matter. Anyway, Ballistics is going to be in here for both players. Handcard also in versus no Wheelbarrow even, although Liereyy doesn't have that many farms to begin with, as he has the advantage of the fishing ships. Feature at least 1 3k save. Well, the pro players definitely really like them. This map, it was in Ling Yen Cup. It's perfectly fine. Alright, Ballistics is now in here for both, but the upgrades are so much better right now for Mihai. And Lierey's gonna have to be extremely careful. Oh, those monks are all out of position, but Liereyy gets some instas. 15 bans? Well, isn't part of the appeal of KUTD is that you can use your best civs? ECL map? Is it? Are you talking about Atoll? Because this plays a little bit different than Atoll. Anyway, even though these Cav Archers don't have that great of upgrades, they're still doing alright here. But again, the upgrades here for Yellow are just so much better, and Lierey's having a really rough go of things. The Malay mirror map. Trying to remember that one. Fiesta? Probably, yeah. Unless there's a balance patch before it, but I don't think there will be. I at least have no indication that there's going to be a balance patch anytime soon. At least before they actually update the not the 3 kingdoms, the new water into the game, which again is going to be Q1 of next year. Again, I don't know why, but it seems like they're having, especially these days, a really tough time actually putting in balance patches. Like, I remember a while ago, they said they wanted to do smaller balance patches more frequently, but now it's like nothing ever happens. And then it's like until there are so many changes that pile up that the devs want to put in, and then it's like, okay, well now we get these enormous patches just a couple times a year. I think most people would rather have smaller balance patches more frequently. I know I do, but I think most other people do as well. Anyway, great castle position there. 3k, so I don't think they're going to do that. Alright, Lierey's going to try and launch a counterattack here, but the gather point here for the Xianbei Raiders is kind of like right in the way of Lierey's counterattack. Liereyy still doesn't have Bodkin, by the way. But I guess FE was working on the AOM expansion, but I think FE has a lot of employees now. So I think that they're still able to have at least a lot of people devoted to AoE 2 exclusively. Yeah, Tiger Cav are going to be great. Especially now that Liereyy feels compelled to go skirmishers because he fell behind in the CA numbers. Yeah, Lierey's pretty dead. I mean, good play here from Mihai. Keeping up the pressure on the land. Liereyy perhaps over-investing into the water. All those hulks here on the sides. And it gave a little bit of an opportunity for Mihai, who got like a bit of a lead in the Shanbei production versus the CA production. He got like a heavy prioritization of upgrades as well. And of course, Wei having a good enough eco to kind of keep up with Magyars, even though Magyars had extra TCs. A lot of employees. I think they have like 60 to 70 employees full-time. Anyway, here come the Tiger Cav. They are, of course, going to be very, very good against these ranged units. And Liereyy immediately going to tap out as Mihai. Not going over yet. Yeah, it is not only for Age of Empires 2. Yeah, I think there's definitely overlap, but I don't know how much overlap. Anyway, yeah, Mihai doing quite well that game. It played out much more like a land map. And Mihai certainly looking more comfortable in that style. Oh, whoops, I forgot to update the actual scoreboard because I am a big noob. So, you never want to see somebody, especially somebody of Mihai's caliber, get swept, and he is not going to do that. Although, again, I still feel like both Wei and Magyars are kind of strange for that map, but still, you get the win. A win's a win. And Khomir will be the next map. This is going to be Japanese for sure versus probably Armenians. I mean, we just see this matchup so often on that map. According to AI, Forgotten Empire has numbers from around 82 to 100. Which, again, is, like, wild. All of them? Yes, they're all in the lab. The pathfinding lab. Ugh. AI is never wrong. Well, apparently, Pathfind into the pathfinding lab, yeah. Justify that? I really have no idea. I do know that AoE 2 DLCs are very cheap to make relative to any other, you know, even major game. Isn't there anymore? Yeah, it's so weird. Anyway, Japanese Armenians, it seems like the two civs for this map. Men-at-Arm play is king for sure. I wonder if it would be better if you didn't start with the transport ship so that if you wanted to go aggressive, you'd actually have to invest into it. I don't know. Again, I really don't know. I mean, so much about the AoE 2 business model makes no sense to me. Like, again, Chronicles are going to be, like, the most expensive DLCs by far, and I'm, like, very confident that they sell the worst. You have the DLC model that was followed with Lords of the West, Dawn of the Dukes, and Dynasties of India that all felt like it was pretty successful and reusable, and then Mountain Royals. But then they just keep on trying to do all these other things as well. I don't get it. I wish I knew. Anyway, Liereyy coming in with a forward dock, actually. Usually we see players go for a back dock on this map. Like them, I mean, it's AoE 2 campaigns. They're fine. Chronicles is still probably more fun than Three Kingdoms. But I really wasn't a fan of the Three Kingdoms campaigns. Where are you going, Mihai? Guys, Mihai doesn't have a dock yet. You like most of the Three Kingdoms? Really? Yeah, the final level isn't really fun. Like, there were a couple of good ones. Like, the Way one where you have to go into the north was good. The Shoe one where you have to, like, run away from Cao Cao was good. Land boom high eco levels, most of them were. These are the past. I mean, I feel like those should be sprinkled into a campaign. But it feels like so many of the modern campaigns, it's like that's just all you do. So, yeah, I mean, Mihai did go for the dock over here, so he's in a pretty good spot to apply pressure, but the downside is just that he was so much slower in getting his dock down that Liereyy gets a very nice early economic advantage. Anyway, Lierey's over here, and he's not really going to find a whole lot, so he's probably a little confused. With mechanics. An underrated aspect of making these build and destroy scenarios is making an interesting map with, like, interesting geography and, like, player position dynamics. And making, like, memorable types of enemies. I mean, I talk about that a little bit, I think, in the Chronicles expansion. Or in the Chronicles review. I think with, what, it was Catabasis was, like, the really boring build and destroy scenario in that. Where it's like all the enemies just felt exactly the same. But, like, there's a reason that, you know, the Lombard League is so popular, that the Fall of Rome is so popular. Is that you have these very different types of enemies that train different army compositions that require you to do different army compositions, and then the bases are all pretty interesting and different. Arch, Halbin, Shu, Cabin, Way, and Full. I mean, the Three Kingdom Civs are certainly very different from one another. Yeah, for sure. Custom campaign? I heard it was pretty good. I just have so little interest in doing custom campaign stuff right now. Maybe I'll get back into it once I finish the AOC campaigns, but I honestly just have a ton of fun playing the AOC campaigns. Anyway. Double docks here for Liereyy. He did see... Oh, he actually did not see yellow's dock. Okay. All right, I think the last one I played was a Aegidius. And that was a while ago. Night and day, really. But isn't it all Chinese mirrors? Yeah, of course, I played all of the Jacqueline campaigns. Those are, like, some of my favorite campaigns in general. Up. Gets the snipe there. I mean, Lierey's already 400 resources ahead, guys. And weirdly, neither player's going men-at-arms. Very, very, okay. Forging's coming in now for Mihai. You can see 6 out of 5 in the dock. It's really confusing because the dock still has a maximum garrison space of 10, but you can only have 5 fishing ships in. Unless you have the fishing ships train and, you know, right-click on the dock as the gather point. So we're still, I mean, that's what made Into China interesting, right? Again, another very popular scenario is that the different factions in Into China were all very different from one another. And they could have done an even better job with more dialogue and all that stuff. Again, back in ye old days. $700 resources ahead right now is Liereyy. Up. Okay, that's a nice snipe. This freaking papier-mâché transports, man. It still just feels like Lierey's really far ahead in every way, though. I mean, I guess you're adding in more fishing ships now as yellow, but I don't know. I'm all sorts of not sold by this. Marking on the way for Liereyy. He is significantly closer to Castle Age. The dock there is going to go down, and I just don't get this. Yeah, GDS was pretty good. Ornlu a stretch. I don't think anything tops Apernick, though. Those were like 5 really varied scenarios. Nanny? Mihiro Boja? I remember that one, like, kind of vaguely. I remember it being very good. Yes, and it also had a great narrative. I mean, all 3 of the Jacqueline campaigns were very good. Mihiro Boja, Apernick, and Tomislav. Tomislav was my favorite Portuguese campaign. Tomislav, I enjoyed it. I think that the Croats weren't, like, the greatest Civ ever, but I thought that the scenarios were good. Croatian, the Croatian mod replaced Portuguese, so it had, like, the Portuguese, like, icon and whatever. Like, if it wasn't installed properly, it just, everything was Portuguese. In spam units? I mean, it certainly was, you know, clearly her first pass at a campaign. But it still felt interesting enough to me. Tide Pool. Yes, that was it. Yes, it was similar to Tide Pool. And it was a solid map, for sure. Voice lines? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, then there have been other campaigns that people have done very good work on. It got work. Outside and increases the outside. I mean, yeah, there's definitely, it's definitely iterative of Tide Pool. But yeah, there's a lot more to do on the outside of the map in Seychelles. Again, I think Seychelles is a perfectly fine map. I think it's one of the better ones in the tournament, actually, alongside Shoals, which is another, like, just sort of good all-arounder map. Last game today? I mean, assuming Liereyy wins, which seems extremely likely. Yeah, Seychelles was played. That was the last game. Well, it's 23-1 army, guys. And even the clankers are getting constructed. There we go. GGGL next. So, Mihai does get the win. You know, one win, but Liereyy still going to be overall the far more dominant player as expected. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today. I'd like to try and finish up maybe my History of the Civs video part 2, and I'd like to have a bit more time to do that. There's a couple other things going on as well. I'll throw you over to Daniela, though. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.